morning children, how are you? Welcome to Push English once again. So I'm back again here with the fourth component of our language skill. This is capsule 4 and I'm going to take up this writing art in two parts because it's very long and the most difficult and most important one. So I want you to chew each word, watch it and then tell me the comments in the comment box. So let us begin with the writing. Now what is writing? Writing is style also, writing is skill also. So when we talk about style, we say it is a work of an author, it is career of an author. But when we say it is skill, it means the process of using symbols. Now what is the symbol? Symbols can be the letters of the alphabet, it can be the punctuation, it can be the spelling, it can be the grammar. So symbols connote many things. So when you use these symbols and write down, communicate your thoughts and ideas in a readable form, that is writing. So in this video, I'm going to take up the definition, the types of writing and do's and don'ts. Several do's and don'ts I'll be discussing in next video and the techniques also. So let us begin with with one quotation that was told by Anne Frank. She used to say that I can shake off everything when I write. My sorrows disappear and my courage is reborn. So this is the strength of writing. Not everybody can become a good writer, but yes, when you try, you can probably improve upon various styles. So let us discuss about, on the basis of the settings, I can discuss the types of writing on the basis of settings. The type says that it is divided into two parts. When the academic setting is there, it is called formal, and when non-academic setting is there, it is called informal. तो types में बच्चों दो आ जाते हैं setting के आधार पर, formal या academic settings, and the second one is informal and non-academic settings. Okay, on the basis of length of we are talking about the word length. So when we talk about word length, it is divided into short and long. Okay, so short composition and long composition. So now once again coming to formal or academic setting, what are these? When you are at a workplace, when you are working for professionals or working as professional, when you are giving some exams in school, that all comes in formal or academic setting. As far as non-academic is concerned, informal is concerned, it consists when you write any composition, whether it is a letter or an email to your friend, to kids, and on social media. That comes in informal. Then on the basis of word length, as I said, when you divided it into two parts, short and long, the short consists of like you write tweet, you write Facebook post, then you write paragraphs, you write email. That is all short composition. Long consists of when you write resume, when you write cover letter, essay, report, and then short stories and long stories, novels, fictions, non-fictions, and so on. So after discussing type, let me come to do's and don'ts. These do's and don'ts are many. There are almost about 10 of them. So I'm just going to take up the 4. The first one is, before you start or even think of writing, you can even understand your audience. First of all, you should understand your reader or understand your audience. What do you mean by understanding audience? Audience आपकी कौन है? Reader आपकी कौन है? पहले आप वो दिमाग में रखिए. For whom you are going to write? किसके लिए लिख रहे हो ये ध्यान रखना है, क्योंकि उनका एज ग्रुप क्या है, उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस क्या है, उसके आधार पर आप प्लान करते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके रीडर्स अगर किड्स हैं तो भाई हमें वैसे ही थोड़ी सी इनफॉर्मल, थोड़े से फनी एलिमेंट्स आपको डालने पड़ेंगे. तो लेकिन जब आप किसी फॉर्मल सेटिंग्स में लिखते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग योर टेस्ट पेपर, यू कैन नॉट बी इनफॉर्मल, you cannot use slangs. So you have to keep this in mind that when you are writing it for your audience, you have to keep audience into your mind. So you have to understand your audience. Second comes plan your writing. Now what comes in this plan? There are many steps into it which I'll be discussing in my next videos also. Plan your writing here means you should know who is writing. Who in the sense whether you are writing this in first person, second person or in third person, you're talking about somebody else, so that you have to keep in mind for whom you are writing, as I have already discussed in the first point. Third point is when you are writing, what is the backdrop of the story, what is the year, and then where you are writing, the location, the surroundings, and then why you are writing, what is the purpose of writing. Okay, so these 5 points are to be kept in mind. Then comes my third point, that is organize your ideas into paragraph. For this organization, children, you can do one thing, you can make web charts or you can make mind map. Like for example, I am going to write on this particular topic. This will consist of 2 main paragraphs, okay. This paragraph will be having main idea 1 and main idea 2. So this shows, this mind map is going to help you out, this blueprint is going to help you out to organize your idea into paragraphs. You will think on this, you will not, once you will start writing, you may not get the ideas. So first plan, what are you going to write on? If you are going to write on that particular topic, which are the 2 main ideas which you are going to discuss in 2 different paragraphs, or which you are going to express in 2 different paragraphs. So this planning, this organization should be done right in the right prior to it. And I'll be discussing this with example in the next video. Then comes the fourth one, that is cut slang, swear words, exaggeration words and text words. Now I'll just take this one by one. What do you mean by cutting? Cutting is you have to omit. Slang, I have seen my children talking and they say, oh, it's cool, chill, yep. So these are slangs. You don't need to write all this in formal setting. Informal also I avoid it. I ask my children to avoid these things. Then comes swear words. Swear words, oh by God, oh my God, oh bach, hump. So these are swear words. Exaggeration words are like too much of use of really, very, totally. These are exaggeration words. Then comes text words. Text words, you are very well aware about it because you normally use this in your WhatsApp and your social media. You write down, oh, it's great. For great, you write down GR8. Then for lots of love, you write down LOL. For before, you write down B4. For because, you write down BCOZ. So these text words need to be cut. They should be omitted. They should be deleted from your dictionary when you are doing this writing. Then coming on to the last part of the video, and that is I will end up with the quotation of Lisa C. She used to say that read 1,000 books and then your words will flow like a river. So why did I say read? Because this writing is incomplete without the third component of language skill, that is reading. The more you read, the more you grasp and the more you strengthen your writing skill. So with this, I will end up and we'll discuss the techniques and several left do's and don'ts in next video in detail with examples. So bye bye children, take care.